Okay, hello everyone. This is a live video in the Empower the Body to Fight Cancer Naturally group, and it's particularly for... I think I'm on the wrong signal. Hold on. Let me see if I can... Okay, I think I'm back again. Okay, so this then is a live Facebook session for the group Empower Your Body to Fight Cancer Naturally. It's specifically for Jenny Chest. I've forgotten her name. I know it's got a chest in it. Chestnut. Okay, this is particularly for Jenny Chestnut, who asked a question about protecting herself from EMRs using a headset on her mobile phone, a cell phone. I better translate. So this is just a very quick response to that. So, as I mentioned in the post, Jenny, I personally, if I was going to do one thing to protect myself from EMRs from my cell phone, it wouldn't be a headset. That's something that's a nice add-on. In fact, I've just bought a headset myself, but it's a secondary thing. It's an add-on. So if you use a headset that protects you from radiation, it's going to protect the radiation from going into your head, which is great. Obviously, that's a really good start. However, the phone itself is still going to be kicking out radiation. So if that's anywhere on your body or in close proximity, it's going to be kicking out radiation into your body. So that may be preferable to your brain, depending on where that phone is, but it's still not good. So the first thing to do is to actually neutralize the radiation coming out of your phone, which then makes the headset less important. Still a nice add-on, but much less important. Okay, so let me explain a little bit about that. There's two main technologies out there which can protect you from the radiation coming out of your wireless devices, which would include your cell phone, your smart meter, your routers, laptops, PCs, all of that stuff. Okay, so all of it is kicking out EMFs and EMRs, both of which are damaging to your body. So the main stuff that's out there is basically a block. Okay, so what it's going to do is it's going to block the radiation. By the way, if anyone has any questions while I'm actually talking, feel free to throw them at me. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Feel free to throw them at me, and I'll do my best to deal with those. Anyway, so the main method, the main stuff that's out there is stuff which purports to block the radiation. Okay, now a lot of it doesn't work. A lot of it's bogus, but there are things out there that do work, and blocking the radiation can be very helpful. However, it doesn't solve all the problems. For example, if you've got something on your cell phone to block radiation, although it blocks it, it doesn't make it go away. All it does is basically deflect it. So it's still coming out, but it's just going in a different direction. So for example, if you've got a phone and you're putting it up to your head and you've got something to block the radiation here, it's just coming out of the back instead. If you blocked it everywhere, your phone wouldn't work. Okay, if you were able to successfully block the whole thing, your phone wouldn't work. So the radiation is still going to be coming out. So if you're holding your phone like this and you've got a block here, it might stop it going into your head, it's going into your hand. Okay, so a block, while can be helpful, where a block is particularly useful is maybe if you've got a smart meter on your wall and you can put a block behind it to block it coming into the room. That can be quite useful, using a block in that situation. Okay, but blocking, you've got to always remember the radiation is still going somewhere. Okay, so first of all, you've got to understand that is one of the technologies. The other technology, and the one that I recommend, is from the company Gia. I've talked a lot recently about the water, which uses the same frequency technology. So instead of blocking, it neutralizes via frequency. So let me explain how that works. I'm going to give an analogy to try and make it simple and try and get it into people's heads. So I'm sure most of you have seen the woman with a very high-pitched voice who can kind of scream, not scream, but put out a very high tone, which is capable of shattering glass. You see a glass just literally shatter. I'm sure most people have seen that, and basically what's going on there is that is frequency, and that frequency in this case is a destructive frequency which is able to shatter the glass. So frequency can be destructive, it can also be helpful. For example, rife machines use frequency that are helpful, although in fairness they do shatter stuff, it's just they shatter bad stuff, they kill bad things. But frequency can be used for positive or for negative things. So shattering a glass is one thing that can be done with frequency. So I want you to imagine, just for a minute, I'd like you to imagine that sat right next to you is this lady who's got the ability to shatter glass with her voice. And she starts off with a very high-pitched tone. There's no glass, just your ears. And your ears are hurting because it's so high-pitched and shrill, it's actually hurting your ears. And then someone else comes into the room and they have a speaker and they put out white noise through the speaker, and the white noise drowns out the shrieking of the woman, and suddenly your ears can relax. Okay, so now it's not hurting your ears any longer because white noise is fine. It doesn't annoy or hurt in the same way. Okay, so the scream, the screech, whatever you want to call it, hasn't gone away. It's still there. It's just been effectively neutralized by another frequency. So that's an analogy which very well explains what goes on with this other technology, which is geotechnology. It's a patented technology discovered by scientists going back to Chernobyl, and if you've seen the stuff on the water machine, you might know a bit about the history of that. But basically what it does is when the radiation is emitted from the cell phone or router or whatever it might be, this little device, depending on which device, on a cell phone, it might be just a flat little sticker or a little bump, like half peanut thing. I would show you, but I'm using my phone to do this, so I can't show you my phone while I'm on my phone. But anyway, so this little thing that's on the back of my phone, as an example, when radiation hits it, it replies with a positive frequency which neutralizes the frequency put out by my phone. And if you look at the some of the memes I've put in the thread that we're talking on, Jenny, you'll see the result of doing that. Actually, it shows the brain, that's the circulation of blood in the brain with no phone, the circulation with the phone without the EMRET technology, and then with the EMRET technology, and it's actually the blood circulation in the brain is actually better with the phone with the EMRET technology on than with no phone at all. The actual positive frequencies improve the brain and the blood flow and so on than if you're not using a phone, which is absolutely amazing in of itself. So it is therefore possible to neutralize the EMFs and EMRs that are coming out of your device with a very small little sticker thing that you stick onto the back of your phone, or onto your router, your PC, laptop, etc. So that is the starting point and the best thing to do with your phone. Now, if you want to add to that another layer of protection, which is a great idea, then you can use the headset. Now the headset with Gear headset uses two technologies. Now the usual technology is like air pipe on the headset, sort of about this long, that goes to your ear down here, so that the radiation can't travel up through that. Sound can through the air. That is the usual technology, and that's quite effective. But the Gear headset has that plus the frequency technology on there as well. So you've got the frequency and the air. So that makes it a very, very good headset. So if you wanted to go beyond just sticking something on the back of your phone, that's what I would do. I'd start with the thing on the back of my phone. Okay, that'd be the priority. And then if I wanted to add a layer, which in fact I've got that on the back of my phone, and I've added headphones, but that's an optional extra that you can do. You can't have too many layers of protection. It's like it being in a car. Okay, you've got your seat belt. Okay, that's a layer of protection. But I also want the bumper, and I want the windscreen with the special non-shatter glass, and all of the sidebars and the airbag, and I want a whole pile of different things all in there to protect me. So it's the same when you're protecting yourself from radiation. Now, I personally I drink the EMRET water, which protects me internally. So that I start with that. Okay, and then I have a number of other layers, and in terms of my phone and my router and all of that, I've got little things on all of those things to neutralize the radiation. and then I also have a headset. So you can go as far as you want, as far as you feel you need or can afford, or you can just use one layer. But if you're just using one layer, you want the little device that sticks onto your phone. That's the first priority. Okay, I hope that that answers your question. There's a few people watching, I think. At least I've got thumbs up from various people. I don't know, they're coming in and going out, maybe they're being kicked, I don't know. But if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer them, although I'm going to be closing it in just very, very shortly, unless a question comes in real fast. This was really just a very quick response to Jenny Chestnut, there you go. A very quick response to Jenny Chestnut. I don't think she can come on. I've seen various names, Andy, Susan, Luke, Tricia, but no Jenny, so maybe she's not about at the moment. Anyway, okay, I hope that helped, Jenny, when you finally get to see this. If there's any questions beyond that I've covered, then feel free to ask underneath this when I post it, and I'll do my best to answer. Lovely. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.